everybody, it's Kristen with Hasta Cielo y Mas. Today is May the 23rd, 2017. It's a Tuesday. It is my traditional, typical weigh-in day and update day, but I'm going to make this update very different, and it's going to not include my typical stats and update that I normally do, because I have just gotten back from Portland, just returned yesterday, and I have so many things I want to share for those of you who weren't able to be there, and I just plan to kind of recap the Wlsfa conference in Portland in this video. I started my journey about 450 pounds last year, and so it's been almost a year ago that I weighed that much. I did have the duodenal switch surgery, and I'm down about 150 pounds. I flew from San Antonio to Portland on Thursday of last week, and I returned yesterday. I had a red-eye flight out of Portland. It was my flight left at midnight. I flew to Atlanta, and then I switched planes and flew to San Antonio and arrived around 10:35 yesterday morning. I did not weigh from Thursday till yesterday, and when I got home, I had such tremendous water retention from my overnight flight that I decided that it was not healthy for me to weigh yet. I feel like I'm going to know when I can weigh. I had an amazing weekend. I made very smart choices, and I'll be telling you more about how I was able to do that and why that happened. But I made very good choices. I'm not exactly surprised that I had the water retention. I'm amazed at how much water retention I had. My legs were like stuffed sausages. It was unbelievable. I don't recall ever having anything like that, but I really have never taken a flight like this before either. So unbelievable. As you might recall from last week, I did get below 300. I was 298. And I have a feeling that yesterday when I arrived home, I was about 310. I just felt awful and huge and just miserable. And so I'm going to give it a few days. I did not weigh today. I did not weigh yesterday. I don't plan to weigh tomorrow or maybe even Thursday, but maybe by Friday I'll weigh again. And I'm okay with that. And the reason I'm okay with that is because of this conference. You guys, I had the best time. So let me recap some. I wrote some notes. I may look over, but I just want to get this while it's really fresh in my mind. So I arrived on Thursday. I flew into LAX. I really enjoyed Day of Travel Instagram. I had so much fun seeing Brit Brat and Lost Ange Found and Foodie Turned Sleevey, just people that were going to the conference, how they were keeping everyone up to date on where they were, what was going on, how they were feeling, what their emotions were. It was amazing, and I had so much fun with that. I was greeted at the airport by Tammy from Shrinking Violet DS, and some of you may have seen my video. We made a video of our day together Thursday, and it was so much fun. Of course, after Thursday, I barely saw that kind of scenery again. I had seen Mount Hood and Mount St. Helens with Tammy, and I hoped to photograph that or see it again, and I never did. It just didn't happen. So just gorgeous flight from LAX to Portland. I saw and took pictures of all of the mountain ranges and Lake Tahoe and everything out my window, and it was just amazing. It's so gorgeous, so different from where I live in Texas, but just beautiful. So Tammy was lovely. We had a beautiful, wonderful day together Thursday. I was very tired by the time we got back to my hotel. You all know my story. You all know why this travel experience was such a big deal for me. I did pretty well. I did not stay at the conference hotel. I couldn't have afforded it, and so I don't have any regrets because I had to make that financial sacrifice not to stay there. But oh my gosh, my days were long. I started with a ride at 7 in the morning every day, so I had to be ready by 7, and I got a ride on paratransit to the hotel downtown. Every single day I did go nonstop. No other stops, no other passengers in the vehicle with me, which was really nice. In the evenings on Friday and Saturday, I came back between 9:30 and 10. So I was gone from 7 a.m. till almost midnight. Saturday night, I got home at 1, actually. There were 2 other stops. My ride was late. I didn't get home until 1 in the morning and had to be ready to check out and leave by 7 the next day. So it was an ordeal, an experience. It's going to take me some time to recover, but that's not what you're here to hear about. So let me get into some of the really neat stuff. I've never been so inspired by an event or a group in my life. To meet everyone in person was amazing, incredible. We're open here on YouTube, but when you're in person with folks, the tears flow, guys. The tears flow. It is really powerful. You allow yourself to go to some places that you don't typically go to in your own little world. And so this was a place of safe, free, and open expression, a place of connectedness, respect, love, compassion, empathy, joy. It was really amazing. It was really amazing. I just felt very intertwined with everyone that I met. Not just my fellow YouTube friends that you feel like you know, but also with people that I had never connected with that way. I was inspired by so many of the people, including the physicians that were there, the surgeons that were there, the plastic surgeons. I particularly enjoyed Dr. Moya. I had heard of his corset body lift in the past and researched it. He is in Pennsylvania. I am actually pretty intrigued by his surgical process and what might be involved in actually going to Pennsylvania for the surgery. So I'm not there yet, but it was kind of interesting to learn about things that maybe really don't affect you. Another thing that doesn't quite affect me yet, but it was very intriguing and very inspirational, was the bariatric athletes. Bill Streetman also gave a talk called "Am I Still the Same Person I Was Before Weight Loss Surgery?" He was over 400 pounds and he lost over 200 pounds. And he is a cyclist now. And he, this past week, went from Seattle to Portland on his bike in the rain. We had great weather over the weekend. Would have been wonderful for a bike ride for 3 days. But no, he had awful weather. And his insights were amazing. And I got to spend some time one-on-one with him, and just so inspirational. At the Sparkle and Shine banquet on Saturday night, the Barry athletes were honored. There were 2. A woman named, I believe, Pandora, who does 5Ks and half marathons. I think I went to the restroom and missed most of her story, but Bill Streetman was neat. You should look up, see if there's any videos. Maybe it was videotaped. I don't know. And then there were several doctors that spoke. Dr. Matar is the president of the Society for Bariatric Surgeons, and he gave some really great information. Dr. V was hysterical. I will try to find a link to his talk at the bottom. And he was very much advocating knowledge is power. Learn everything you possibly can and implement that knowledge. He has an incredible backstory coming from Vietnam as a boat child with his father, moving to East Texas, being bullied for being a skinny Asian kid in East Texas, and just very inspirational. I enjoyed his speech, and then his talk, and then Dr. Lemater, from Matthew Lemater. I hope I'm saying that right. He's from New Jersey, and he inspired us and encouraged us to start a revolution. He said that there are 130 million obese Americans. As we know, that's children and adults. And we need to become advocates for weight loss surgery, for proper medical care, for better information, better access to treatment, and looking at the health gain, not the weight loss. I was so inspired by his talk that I approached Jalynn Whitworth. If you have ever watched the show My 600-Pound Life, you might recall Jalynn. She's extra special, just super neat lady. And she lives here in San Antonio. I don't really watch the show very much. We don't have cable. But I somehow caught that episode and have actually felt a connection to her, just basically because we're about the same age and live in the same town and are both parents, but just have always really hoped to run into her someday. And I did at this conference, and we got a chance to spend some time together on Sunday, and we are planning to start a Texas chapter of the WLSFA. And so that is very exciting. If you are in Texas and you see this video, please contact me if you have interest in joining us on this mission. If you have Instagram friends or friends and family who've had weight loss surgery or have any connectedness to anything that might benefit a fledgling chapter of the WLSFA, got to practice that a lot, please let me know. My VSG confessional, Erin, and Jalynn and I are planning to have our first little gathering get together in the next week or two to discuss what will be involved in doing this. We will be talking with Laura Van Tile to make some progress. Erin, Jalynn, and I are here in San Antonio, but we will want this to be a Texas chapter, including Dallas, Austin, Houston, El Paso, the Valley, Corpus, wherever you are in Texas, we want you to be involved with this. There's a lot of work to do and a lot of fun to be had and a lot of money to raise. It is amazing what has been accomplished in the very short time that this organization has been around. Carney Wilson was amazing. She presented this year's recipient award this year, and it was so touching, so powerful. Jalynn, who was on the show My 600-Pound Life, is actually a recipient of a chapter award from Orange County, California, for reconstructive surgery. So the WLSFA provides grants for emergency money that's needed to complete an operation, money for the entire surgery. They actually help find your doctor, surgeon, if that's necessary. That was something that was discussed. And then reconstructive surgery for quality of life. Jalynn had a large amount of skin removed to improve her mobility. Very powerful story. And just beautiful group of people, beautiful dedication. I just can't say enough. I just so inspired. So, my video is getting long, and I think I will probably stop it with that. Oh, no, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to stop with this. So, on Saturday afternoon, there was the YouTube panel. Many of you watched 50 Shades of Maintenance with Phil, Fat King's Phil, and saw the 4 folks that were on the panel. VSG Tanya 2011, Lauren Losing, Lost Ange Found, and C. Jane Shrink. They did such an amazing job in a very hot room because we were packed like sardines into this room, but they did amazing. it was long. Phil was able to arrange for us to have the room for a little longer, and it was amazing. I don't think it was videotaped. The conditions weren't very optimal in the beginning. The room was very small, but it was amazing. Of the people in the room, and of course, you know, we don't all follow every single YouTuber. It's impossible to do. But of the people in the room, probably 80% raised their hands when asked, do you have a YouTube channel? That was a lot of folks. So it was neat. It was awesome. It was beautiful. It was fun. It was inspiring, exciting, just amazing. Just really, really amazing. Smilin' Shrinkin', myself, and Shrinking Violet DS were the only DSers, I believe, in the entire conference. It was asked in a lot of the workshops, raise your hand if you had Ruin Y, raise your hand if you had the VSG, raise your hand if you had DS, whatever. And I believe there were only 3 of us. So those of you who watched my video and you're DSers, I don't know where the conference is going to be next year. I don't know when it's going to be, but I will keep you posted on that in my future videos so you can plan to come to the next conference. Really revolutionary for me, really life-changing, really helped me get my head on straight. I tried to get my head on straight in advance, but it took this conference to really get my head on straight. I have a completely different outlook and attitude about so many things now. I'm going to close, but I wanted to mention that I was so impressed with the WLSFA and the Hilton hotel there in Portland and what they did for us. They fed us 3 meals, and they were the most wonderful bariatric meals that you could even imagine. No weight loss surgery is the same. No one meal fits all, but they tried so hard. At the Sparkle and Shine banquet, they brought out this dinner, and I'm like, oh, that's a nice little size of mashed potatoes. You know, I'm glad some people are going to enjoy that. You know, I don't do potatoes, but yeah, everything was bariatric friendly sizes and just real sweet. And I'm like, that's cool. It was mashed cauliflower, guys. It was mashed cauliflower, and so good. It was very good. And then I knew they were having a quiche breakfast on Sunday. I'm like, well, I don't know if I'll be able to do quiche, but maybe I can pick at it like I do with everything, just pick at it. It was wonton quiche, and so delicious, and plain yogurt and fruit, and just, you know, very, very thoughtful selections and presentations. So, you know, I did do very well with my diet this week. I even was able to, you know, get my coffee at the Starbucks, and there's no sales tax in Portland, which was amazing, and get my water, and they had great water in the rooms, and just, you know, so many little aspects that were covered. People looked amazing. People were excited. People were happy. People were joy-filled. And it was just really awesome. So I really want to encourage you to try to plan to attend next year. Look to see if there's a chapter in your area. Get involved. If not, find out what it would take to gather some friends and some a group to get something started, and I'll keep you posted on how ours is going, but we're just really excited. Jalyn and I spent Sunday afternoon strategizing and planning, and we're really excited to see what's going to happen. So y'all take care. I will see you again next week, if not before Tuesday. Probably it'll be next Tuesday, and I just want to wish y'all the best. If you were there, it was great to meet you. I hope you've recovered. I know we're all tired, worn out, emotionally drained. Stay strong, everybody. And God bless y'all from the heart of Texas. Take care. Bye-bye.